All right, let's get the gas, boys. Through Bryant Irving, I'll find it through memory. So I'm trying to download my Google Maps because I was using it and then I got rid of it so I could save space. Then we'll go through and find the deli. In the long run, when all this is said and done, the people make the decision, not the studios. It's going to be about the people. I promise you. I found out where it's at. We're going to the deli. So they actually have two Jason's Delis. They have one that's off at Camp Bowie, which I could have easily gone by that one. But this is a newer one. It's on the other side of a place called Torchy's Tacos, which is a pretty popular joint. And then right next there's some type of garden, Marriott, something of the nature. We're going to find out in a minute. It's like an inn, or what they call a hotel. There's a lot of different ways to explain things in an English language. It's way, way more complex than all the other languages because you can call an inn a hotel, a motel. It's so many different ways of expressing something of the same idea using different words and languages. It's a linguistic mess, the English language. It's so complex. That's a Hilton Garden Inn, not Marriott. Sorry about that. There's the Torchy's. On the other side of Torchy's is the Jason's Deli. It's a Hilton Garden Inn. And then that's the Torchy's Taco. And then there is the Jason's Deli, which is where we're going. Gonna get some deli. So far, I'm thinking that the Central Market Deli is better, but this is pretty good. So what I do with the eggs is I de-yolk the eggs. I just eat the white part of the eggs. And this is basically the salad here. So we'll take one egg here. Take the egg here. We de-yolk the egg. So most of it is out right there. You can have a little bit, not a whole lot. It'll look about like that. It's called de-yolking. We do have copyright, but I don't recognize it. So it may not be completely copyrighted yet. It's called Coke Zero. Hair's getting long. Well, I'm gonna feel that haircut though when I get it though. Trying to think if I want to work for WB, Disney, or Touchstone again. Because I once worked for Touchstone. I also once worked for Castle Rock and 20th Century Fox. And that was yummy.
My second plate, I got one at Doc B's. We're gonna pick it up and drop it off at your doorstep. Real quick, let me do something.
And they're all the way from Ohio.
All right, we'll be there. Doc B's. It's going to be 4.5 miles from this location. 10 minutes, 5.5 or 5:50 p.m. arrival time. And the post meridian. He does a thing on theirs. They give you the option of you can listen to all turn-by-turn direction or nothing at all. But if you go through the app, which is Google, you can turn on alerts only. That's how I got pulled over in Louisville, in the school zone. It's because they don't offer alerts only. They offer it on and off. You have to turn alerts only on within the app. And that's what got me. Because I guess I thought this was like the app, because I was in a hurry or something, you know? When actually
Take
the app,
exit 10,
yeah.
then merge onto West
So I have to
Freeway.
turn her on alerts only. Which is what I'm about to do. I'm about to do that. Where's Zeus? Where's Zeus? Sorry? I guess maybe that was a different guy. He kind of looked like a Robin Williams in his face. This guy behind me looks like John Lennon. Like a dark-haired John Lennon. Or like John Lennon's son. Sean Lennon, yeah. Looks like Sean Lennon. He kind of responded a little bit when I said that. Sean Lennon. Maybe a distant Sean Lennon. No, it's not Sean Lennon. It looked like him, though. I thought that was the guy with Zeus. The dog Zeus. I guess it was a different guy. He must have took off. Because I called his dog Zeus, because that's what he called his dog. And he goes, yep, you bet. Or something like that. He was like, yes, sir. The dog Zeus. I'm going to go to Doc B's and pick up this food to drop it off at your doorstep. I got some friends I want to BITCH out. As in, be out. Okay, beep, beep out. First, James Gilbert. What is the problem? You're already in Hollywood. You were on Terriers. You played a cop that dealt with canines or something like that. And you also were in Documentary Now with Bill Hader. And probably Fred Armisen was somewhere around. What's stopping you? Was it Brad Pitt? He doesn't do it that much. Plus he directs and produces. Pisses me off. Another thing too, side the point. Drake Dormus, what are you doing? You were drafted into AFI at the age of 17 or 18, and I helped you do it with the bum. Yeah, the little show bum that you don't show anywhere. Show some of that. Do something. Go to a festival. Do something. What are you sitting on the jury, guy? What's the jury? Sitting on the jury as a judge at Sundance? Who cares? What was it? Okay, you worked with Anton Yelchin. And like crazy. What are you doing? Where's Aurora? That's what they did with Francis Ford Coppola. Yeah, Francis Ford Coppola, he did Apocalypse Now for like 2 years. And we're like, what is going on? Yeah, he worked on the movie for 2 years. What are they doing, Eraserhead? Oh, maybe. Well, I'll have to find out. They're waiting for the right moment. Maybe they're waiting for me to bitch them out. I don't know. Makes me mad. Two people that I know that are just right there on the edge is James Gilbert, who he's an actor, and then of course Drake Dormus, and then Eric Soderbergh doing 20th Century Fox commercials. No, they're not 20th Century. Yeah, that's right. Century 21. Sorry, always. Century 21 commercials. What else did you do? A commercial about a camera? Yeah, you did Nickelodeon. So what? You know, Nickelodeon. Who knows Eric Soderbergh? Go to a nearby grocery store and say, excuse me, ma'am, have you heard of Eric Soderbergh? No. Have you heard of Bradley Cooper? No. Have you heard of Brad Pitt? Yeah. So what did Brad Pitt do? You go to the grocery store. Have you heard of Eric Soderbergh? No. Have you heard of Drake Dormus? Never heard of him. Have you heard of James Gilbert? Nope. Have you heard of Bradley Cooper? Nope. Never heard of him. Have you heard of Tom Cruise? Yes, I've heard of Tom Cruise. What did they do that was different? They run around more? Figure it out. Go ask them. Talk to them. What did you do that was different than the other actors? Why are you so iconic? Why are you such a superstar? Find out and do that. Now. Assignment. All the President's Men. Alan Pukala, 1976. Robert Redford, Dustin Hoffman. Bob Woodward was one of the characters. The other one was Bernstein. Carl Bernstein. That was Dustin Hoffman's role. All the President's Men. They finally switched over to security. Like they need a freaking armed guard right there. We're at a mall. Well, you never know. The weird things that are going on nowadays. Alan Pukala. Is it Pukala? You pronounce it right. Come on. Alan Pukala? Alan Pukala? He directed. He also did a thing called Pelican's Brief with Julia Roberts, Denzel Washington, that other guy, John Hurd, and Sam Shepard. I was there on set talking to Julia Roberts. What are you doing? Why are you so famous? Look at me. And she ran off. But John Hurd was kind of smart aleck. He was kind of a smart aleck. He gave me his autograph. I said, thank you for the autograph. He goes, it works on my checks. I was what was I? I was 18. I was 19 years old, John Hurd. How dare you? You know I didn't have a checking account. No, I did, but my first checking account was a mess. I was about 16, going around buying packs of cigarettes with a check. I don't use checks. I use electronic checks. We're gonna try this one. We're on number 2. Ooh, they're from California. All the way from California. We're going to Doc B's. Doc Brown's. No, Doc B's. We're going to look at them for a minute. Look at them. Who cares? My answer, John Candy. Who cares? Freaking Jeremy Davies. It's one of the two. They're from California. Who cares what someone looks like? Give me a break. That's the model industry, not the actor's industry. The actor industry has to do with how they behave and how entertaining they are. It's not, looks aren't everything. Although they are important, but that's only for the models that are very boring. Ask Brad Pitt, he'll tell you. He had to change because he couldn't just be pretty only. He had to be a person. This is where we go into the Broadway thing. And creative. You want to be creative? Look, it's exactly like a Broadway. The wings of a Broadway stage in New York. Doesn't it? Sounds like it too. You ever been back there? Go backstage in some of the big Broadway houses. It gets real quiet. It's very quiet. Now, just to let you know, here they have a code of conduct on all my stages. If I open a bunch of stages, I'll have a code of conduct. No smoking backstage, no drinking in the dress rehearsals, or you'll be fired. Oh, they're coming. They're coming. We're going. That's Doc B's Fresh Kitchen. They'll pick your food up there and then drop it off at your doorstep. All right, so we're gonna hang here, probably read some Cormac McCarthy or something. So I think I might reread that. Oh look, I got a sticker for you. Little bureau sticker. I just now found out that John Bunyan's Pilgrim's Progress was a novel because it had chapters. One of the reasons it used chapters to tell the story. They use copyright to protect them. So the copyright protects them. And they'll use this kind of thing too. There we go. Copyright showers over them as they eat. Because someone can walk by with a camera and a microphone and record their little feast. And they need it to be private so they can digest their food and go to the next day to conquer. So the music actually showers over them, almost like an umbrella to protect them. As long as they're around copyrighted music, then they feel safe. If that music is not copyrighted, then they don't feel safe. It goes through Disney World. It goes through all of the world, all throughout. Any place that they're gonna go to venture, they'll have to have the copyright with them. If they don't have it, then they're not protected because they can be recorded. Look at this. Because with copyright, they can block content. Now we can take the sound out, but sound is just as important as visual. Sound is absolutely crucial to any type of recording. You have to have sound, and you have to have the sound match with the visual, or it doesn't affect them. Do you see? Do you see what I'm saying? It's me that's talking about this. I'm a representation of the one and only, of the Alpha and the Omega. Anyone that is in his kingdom is, because he sends us here for a message. I'm reading Pilgrim's Progress right now. It starts off in a wilderness, and then there's a clearing. There's a clear area before he moves on to the next step. First, wilderness. Then he goes into a clearing. So Malik, who's a Texas filmmaker, tried to do it with Knights of Cup, with the one and only Christian Hell, or as they say, Christian Bell. Bel was a god that people would sacrifice their children to. It was the god of Bel that they did that to. Look it up in the Old and New Testament, probably. Definitely the Bible. The god of Bel. And Terrence Malick used Christian Bell in the Knights of Cup. That's a clearing right there. That's how it would start. It's something like a clearing. It's an open area. A field would be even nicer, which they don't have much because of the dungeon of despair, which is your marriage. As I walked through the wilderness of this world, I came to a place where there was a clearing, and I laid down in it to sleep. What shall I do? Who will save me?
Why are you crying? Why do you fear dying if this life is full of evil?
Because I fear this burden on my back is too heavy. When I think of these things, it makes me cry. Lash and facial wax. Right by Tony and Guy. Probably this is where I'll go to get a haircut. Oh yeah. I'm gonna ask how much. Ooh, Tony and Guy does not have men and women haircut. It's just one price for a haircut. 60 to 120. I'm probably holding off on that one for a while, but I've used them before. I even still have the Tony and Guy bedhead stuff. Well, they used to sell it. Tony and Guy is the only place that you could get it where you put bedhead on. Anyway, but 2 cheeseburgers and chicken waffles. Waiting for these people to get up the stairs. I'm only on the 2nd floor though. All right, got it. Yes. We're coming to your doorstep. Yes, indeed, your doorstep. We're all the way from California. One-handed. They put Jesus on it right here. They must love life. Jesus! It's going to you, Jesus, so you can eat with your disciples. Peter and Bartholomew. Judas, the fun one. Judas, you're not going to do anything that I wouldn't do, would you? I don't know, Master. What is it that you would want me to do? Nah, I can't do that. I'm a Jewish guy. I'm not. I'm a Christian. I'm just joking. Pee Wee Herman. Where are they from? Let's find out. They're all the way from I don't know where. Where are you from? And where are you going? All the way from California. I'm going to this city of destruction. That's the wrong way. Can I go to, which city can I go to? It's called the Celestial City. Celestial? What's that? It's kind of like the stars in the sky. The Celestial City. The city that has all the stars in it. Oh, I see. It's kind of in the book, Cole. The Celestial City would be the city with the stars in it. The Celestial City. Sounds like it's like a starry sky. Before I'm over, there'll be no militant action anywhere. We'll have peace on Earth. Completely. There'll be no need for any type of military at all in any fashion. I promise you. All right. We're gonna drop off your dock bees. It'll be a travel time of about 12 minutes. We're gonna go 3.9 miles. Our ETA, our estimated time of arrival, will be 6:39 in the PM, as in post-meridium. We're on our way. So here we go, have fun. All right, Trinity River. Also, Pilgrim's Progress was an allegory, and it was done in chapters. That's what made it a novel. And it had dialogue and characters, and a plot, and a plot. Yes, the plot was very important.